Hey there, my name is Matt Moran, and these are the 5 things that I wish someone had taught me about communication. Number 1, everything speaks. Anytime we are communicating, whether it's with just one person or with, say, 1,000 people in a room, absolutely everything sends a message. So, whether that's what you're wearing, how much makeup you have on, how much eye contact you're making with your audience, how many filler words you use when you're talking, all of those things communicate something. And the question that we always want to be asking ourselves is, when it comes to all of those elements, are they in alignment with the message that we want to be communicating? Number 2, unpredictability is powerful. By and large, the majority of the presentations that I witness are where the presenter gets up, introduces him or herself by name, and then just states what they're going to be talking about, right? And, you know, it's not horrible by any means. No one's going to get up and like run out screaming. But if you really want to engage your audience in a unique way, try the unpredictability factor. So instead of just getting up and stating your name, start right in with a quick story that relates to your topic at hand. Or jump in with a statistic of some sort, or maybe a quotation by someone famous or a name that your audience will recognize, right? Doing this instead of the usual tells your audience 2 things. Number 1, it says to them, I put some thought into this presentation. And number 2, it says, I care about keeping you engaged. Number 3, vulnerability breeds connection. Virtually anytime we are communicating, either with just one person or with a large group of people, one of the primary goals in that scenario should be to create a sense of connection between us and them. Hands down, one of the best ways to accomplish this is via vulnerability. Now, that word can sound a little scary to some of us, and it doesn't have to be. Here's why. All I have to do in a scenario to allow this to happen is to express a seemingly insignificant fear or struggle or challenge or even pain that I'm currently experiencing or that I've experienced in the past. It can be small. Maybe it has a little bit of humor to it. But what that expression does is it allows the person on the other end to feel safe enough to communicate their own struggle, fear, pain. And it's the magic that happens between those 2 expressions that feed the kindling that fuels the fire of real connection. Number 4, the why changes everything. All of us know what it's like to be in conversation with somebody about a topic that's important to us and hear them express an opinion or belief that just creates some agitation in us or maybe just downright anger. So next time you're in that scenario, try something. See if you can ask some probing, some thoughtful questions that get underneath the surface to the why of that person's opinion or belief. 9 times out of 10, they are going to communicate to you an experience or even a series of experiences from their life that cause them to move to that particular conclusion. And the great thing is, even if you continue to not agree with them on their opinion or belief, just having the knowledge of how they got there is going to help bring your blood pressure down a whole lot. Number 5, feedback is paramount. One of the best ways to grow our communication toolkit is to ask for constructive feedback from people that we know and trust, right? So when it's appropriate for you, go to somebody who you know and trust and say, hey, when you see me communicating in a specific scenario, can you tell me one thing that you think I do really well in that scenario, communicationally? And also one thing that you think I could continue to work on, right? It forces that person to answer honestly. And I'll tell you, the information and the feedback you get from just those 2 questions, powerful.